for some reason, this is so funny. For some reason, I feel really nervous doing this live because I've got myself a brand new flip chart. Ooh, ooh. For someone who always actually had secret wantings to be a teacher, this is everything right now. So yeah, I decided to get a flip chart because I find that when I watch presentations and they use flip charts, I actually pay attention a lot more because I'm curious to see what's coming up. And also, I am sick to the back teeth of PowerPoint. So thought I'd give this a little go. So when you join, let me know you're here. Hi Carly, you made it over. I hope you enjoyed that self-sabotage talk that was just on September. So yeah, when you join, let me know you're here. Let me know what you think of my brand new flip chart, which I'm very excited about, a bit too excited about probably. So yeah, today we're talking about fear in the coaching industry. And the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of it at the moment. There's a lot of fear in the coaching industry at the moment. And it's funny actually, because it's not just because of what's going on externally. There's been a lot of fear in the coaching industry for quite a while. I'm going to be addressing some of the things that are bringing fear into the coaching industry at the moment and some of the things that have been brewing for a while. And I'm also going to be giving you some top tips and suggestions on how you can actually overcome the fears that are currently happening within the coaching industry. So yeah, let me know when you get on here live and join me, and put team live in the comments. Let me know what you think of my fabulous new flip chart, which I'm overly proud of. Let's get into it. Look at me. Woo! This is so exciting, guys. Genuinely, it's a bit sad. Okay, so right, this is the fears in the coaching industry, okay? And this is you and me. We're together, right? And these are the fears. These are the macro fears, right? These are the big fears that are happening out there in the world. They're really, really big stuff, too big for us to really have a massive impact on, but they have a big impact on us. And they're things that we can't really control. So this is about the external factors that are causing fear within the coaching industry. Carly's saying, love the flip chart. Fabulous. Oh, hi, Geraldine. I'm glad you like my flip chart too. Okay, so we're talking about the fears, the big fears that are happening in the world right now, that are having an impact on our coaching sector. So no points for guessing what the first one's going to be. COVID. COVID has created a lot of pressure and a lot of fear in the coaching industry. Another one is Brexit. It's weird, it's very, very ugly head again. Things like the economy, which has had a knock-on effect from COVID. I hope you can you read this all the right way around, by the way? Is it looking like it's making sense to you? Let me know in the comments. So these are things that are external forces that are having an impact on the coaching sector and are bringing fear into the coaching sector. So these are all the different things that can be impacting us. Now, on a more micro scale, so much fear around for everyone. Yes, Geraldine, can you just let me know that you can read this okay? Is this actually coming through the right way for you? Just let me know. So these are like the macro things, the big things that are taking place in the world right now that are kind of too big for us to have a massive impact on, but they're having an impact on us and how we feel. And I'm going to talk about how we cope with these and how we deal with these in just a moment. There's also, let me change pen colour. There's also micro. Ooh. Now you see, it's all coming out now that she can't spell. Micro forces that impact us and bring pressure and fear to us as coaches. And micro forces, Geraldine's on her phone, so I can't really read the words, but that's all right. Okay, good, as long as you can follow along with me. Micro forces, so a big micro force that I think is creating a hell of a lot of fear in the coaching sector right now is this. Let me know if you agree. So every single place you look or turn, I don't know if your guys' newsfeed is the same as mine, but my newsfeed is absolutely chock-a-block of Really established, very successful gurus telling us that there is a new secret, there is something that no one's telling you, there's a new way of doing things. If you do this, you'll be successful. That creates fear because we worry that we're missing something, or we're not doing something right, or the things that we're doing aren't going to work because there's this new thing that's just arrived and that's the thing that's working. So I feel like these gurus who are creating this really pressured environment to make us feel like we're missing out on stuff. Yeah, gurus, Kelly. Yeah, gurus. These people are putting a lot of pressure on us, making us feel like we're missing something and that our business won't be a success unless we do whatever it is they're telling us to do, right? There's this one big secret. There's this one big way of doing things. So I think that's putting a lot of pressure and fear on the coaching sector right now. The other thing is competition. For those of you who are in my Facebook group, the Business of Coaching community, you'll have seen this week Lucienne's Skill Up September session on potential and fear. That's an amazing thing to watch and has actually kind of triggered me to think of this. And then also today there was one on imposter syndrome, which is a brilliant one as well. And competition is a big one in terms of imposter syndrome. We look at what other people are doing and think that we're not doing as well as them, we're not moving as fast as them. These are things that I hear from my coaching clients all the time. I'm too late. They're already doing it. I can't catch up. You know, this is creating a lot of fear in the coaching sector, and fear for all of us, and fear to make us move forward, you know, fear stopping us from moving forward. Another thing, visibility. This is causing a lot of fear right now because it's like, and this kind of relates to that as well. It's like, should I be visible? Should I be showing up? Should I be saying that I can help people? Should I be selling right now? Should I be talking about my coaching? That's putting a huge amount of like paralyzing fear on a lot of coaches right now. The usual suspects are also there: marketing and business strategy. I think that's a big one, and that kind of ties in with the competition as well. There's this real fear that being a coach, and this is a conversation I've literally had this morning, that being a coach is too complicated these days, that there are too many things that we have to know in order to be a successful coach, and that's creating a lot of fear. All you need to do is pay attention to what's going on around you in the online coaching world, and you will sense the fear. It's coming out as desperation, as a scrabbling around, or on the flip side, as complete and utter silence. Like, there are so many amazing coaches who are feeling crippled by this fear right now and not knowing really what to do to move themselves forward and to overcome these fears. This is what the next part of this little live is going to be about. So when it comes to these macro factors like Brexit, the economy, COVID, etc., I'm just going to angle my screen down ever so slightly so you can see. So if we have a look at the world on a scale, and if you think that is normal, okay, that's the norm, and this is now, and this is maybe, hopefully, the future. So if you have a think about what's happening in the world right now, right? So for example, we started there, and with the first wave of Brexit and COVID, things spiked into a very unusual time, right? Then we had like a little blip where things might be returning back to normal, and then we've gone back up onto this spike again. Now, what will happen eventually is we'll come back to this sort of normal stage where, you know, we'll find a new normal and everything will be okay. But the thing is, what we need to remember is, I'm going to change my pen again just because I can. So in this initial stage here, when the first sort of COVID thing struck and the first thing of Brexit was going on, what we had to do in this area here as coaches essentially was to what? Pivot. That was it. Pivot. We had to adjust. We had to throw life rafts essentially and life rings to our clients. So I'm just going to say life ring. I obviously need to improve my handwriting if I want to be doing this frequently, Anna. So this is what we had to do during this first wave, and this is both for us and our clients. So we had to pivot, we had to show our clients how to pivot. We had to adjust, we had to show our clients how to adjust. We had to find our own life ring and life raft, and we had to figure out how to throw our clients a life ring and a life raft. And then we have this little period here where it felt like things were coming back to normal a little bit, where we could like take a bit of a breath and we could just start doing things more consistently and keep going. This looks like a hell of a mess, I must apologise. But this is where we are now. So things haven't gone back to normal yet. Things haven't all quite recovered yet. And this is a place of fear and uncertainty for a lot of us. If you pivoted, adjusted, and threw yourself a life raft at the beginning of all of this madness, your business will still be going right now, essentially. So the phase that you're moving into now, and there's a point for sharing all this, just bear with me. The phase you're moving into now is rebuild, recover, and start to build your yacht. Okay, so you've gone from barely clinging on to the life raft, the life ring, and now in this next phase, this recover, rebuild phase, it's time to start planning for the future, dreaming your bigger dreams, and thinking about how you can start building your yacht again for yourself and for your clients. So this is a way to demonstrate to you that now is more than ever, you need to be showing up for your clients. So anyone who's believing that because of these macro fear factors that are impacting the coaching sector, they should stay quiet, stay still, and not offer their services, that is the wrong way to be thinking. Because just like you need that pivot, adjust, and life raft, and just like you need to rebuild, recover, and start building your yacht again, your clients do too. Your clients do too. So even though you may be feeling that fear that is telling you not to talk about your coaching offer, not to go out there and sell your services, not to make proposals to people, that's the wrong way to feel. That fear is keeping you small. The only thing that you really have to do is adjust the messaging to suit the times. That's it. Just adjust your message to suit the times. Start talking about rebuild, recover, and building a yacht, because to be honest, the time for pivoting and adjusting has kind of gone, and it's really time to start getting ready for this new normal that we're moving into now. So the main message here in terms of dealing with these macro pressures and fears that are crushing the coaching sector right now is to adjust your strategy. Adjust your strategy of service. That is the main thing that you need to be focusing on doing. Adjust your strategy of service. And it's all about where your clients are now. Do they need to pivot, adjust, and get thrown that life raft? Or are they in the rebuild, recover, and they're starting to think about their yacht again stage? So the messaging you're putting out there and how you're talking about your offers, all you need to do is adjust it slightly, adjusting this strategy of service to suit where your clients are now in terms of the up and down of these micro factors that are impacting the coaching sector. So let me know in the comments below if this is making sense to you. I know this is a complete shit show. Apologies for that. I will try and make sure my handwriting gets a little bit better. But yeah, it kind of is what it is for now. So we're just going to have to deal with it. So now I'm going to talk to you about the micro factors and how to overcome the fears that these micro factors are causing for you. It'll be interesting if you can share with me in the comments, are these micro factors affecting you? And what impact are they having on you? Are they firing you up actually and making you take action? Are they making you hold yourself small? Do you have analysis paralysis? Are you like unable to actually move forward at all because these things seem so big that you're unable to kind of move past them or move around them? Let me know in the comments like where you are right now in terms of these factors here, because while these factors we have very little control over over them, obviously, and like over the impact they're having and what we can do to help ourselves move through them, these factors are within our control. And this is the way we're going to kind of move past this fear and the fear in the coaching industry. We're going to make a decision, guys. We're going to decide, no, I will not be ruled by this fear for a moment longer. I am going to move past this. I'm going to take action and I'm going to move past this. So let me know in the comments if you're with me, if you're ready to move past this, how it's been affecting you so far. I'm not sure if I have a little lag on the comments. Not much is coming through at the moment, but I know you're out there. Okay, so when it comes to the gurus, and if you're finding at the moment that the amount of messages coming through about what to do, the adverts that are coming through, there's a little button on all social media platforms that says hide this advert. This advert is no longer relevant to me or is not relevant to me. Or if the advert is coming through from somebody you follow, unfollow them. If their messaging is coming through to your inbox, unsubscribe from those messages. If something that a guru is telling you to do is triggering you and making you feel a sense of panic and alarm that you're not doing something you should be or that you're doing something wrong, just unfollow them, because I can pretty much guarantee you don't, like, it's counterintuitive to allow yourself to be triggered by these things, because then you'll take no action at all anyway, so it just makes no sense whatsoever, and it's just not going to do you any good at all. So if these messages are triggering you and they're making you feel pressure, you have the power to move those messages away from you and to not look at them anymore, not see them anymore. If clicking on all of those and downloading all those free downloads, entering your email address, getting all those things into your inbox, if it's making you feel overwhelmed and afraid and it's putting pressure on you, just unsubscribe, delete them all, stop clicking on them. This is a discipline that we all need to get into if we are going to focus on the things that are going to make the biggest difference for us and for our business and our clients. Okay, so that's gurus. Right? Forget about it. Right? When it comes to competition, same thing. So I do actually follow Geraldine, fabulous, someone's there, great advice. I always feel rubbish when I get messages about joining it, etc. Yeah, it's, to be honest, it's why I don't do a lot of Facebook advertising, because I feel like it's so in your face, and the methods they use to advertise are like, it's almost like psychological battery, don't you think? It's like you kind of feel to yourself, oh my God, well, if I don't do this, I just can't possibly be successful. And it's bullshit, because that's not true at all. We can be successful in a myriad of different ways. There's no one size fits all to any of this stuff. You know, and also what I will say, just say about the gurus as well, and this is something I say to my clients all the time, when they grew their businesses, by the way, it was probably like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago that they started growing their businesses. So the things that worked for them back then don't work now. Okay, let me know in the comments if you've heard a guru say making money should be easy, building a business should be easy. If it's not easy and it's not flowing, you're doing it wrong. Because back when I started, all I did was put a Facebook ad up and I sold, you know, I had a multi-million-pound business within 5 minutes. That might have happened back then, but that's not the case right now. So a lot of where they're coming from isn't even necessarily relevant for you. And just think about it for a second. They're massive, huge, multi-6-figure, multi-7-figure, multi-8-figure businesses. How is it even possible that we can believe that the methods that are working for them are going to work for us? You know, I'm sat here in my home office, for Christ's sake, you know what I mean? I don't have loads of staff and hundreds of thousands of dollars to throw behind Facebook ads here. A lot of these people who are like, oh, it's super simple, just do this, just do this, they are literally spending $150,000 plus on advertising on Facebook. Now, we are not there, and that's fine, but we shouldn't be allowing ourselves to feel bad that we're not following their recipe for success when it doesn't suit where we are right now or who we are as people. Okay, so the whole guru thing, I'm hoping that that's blown that a little bit out of the water for you, because that's a process I've had to go through in my own head to understand that it's just not relevant for me. So I need to kind of start blocking it out a little bit. Carly, yes, definitely. Geraldine, yes, exactly. Geraldine, everything changes. They can make you feel like a failure. Yes. So it makes you feel like a failure. It makes you feel like you're missing out on something. And also, like, just let's think for a second. If you've seen an advert that's triggered you and that's made you feel less than, is that the kind of person you even want to work with? Like, would you even consider following their methodology if their methodology is making you feel like crap? Like, why would you do that? So, unfollow, okay? Same with the, yes, the term guru is massively outdated. You're quite right, Carly. The same with competition. So I don't really see people as competition as such, because I do fully believe that there is enough work out there for all of us. Each of us only need actually a very, very small percentage of our dream client base in order to make really, really successful businesses. And also I do believe that like the way my style is so different to another business coach's style, it is like comparing apples and oranges. There's really just no comparison between us. So I don't feel necessarily threatened by competition in that way. However, what I would say is some of my competitors trigger me. And I don't know why. I've tried to analyse it in the past, and I've realised I'm just wasting my time on something that literally holds no value to me whatsoever. Like, I don't need to know why they're triggering me. All I need to know is they're triggering me. And again, I took the decision to unsubscribe from their emails, to unfollow them, to unfriend them, like on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. I just stopped looking at what they were doing. Because as solopreneurs in the online business space, we have enough shit to deal with. You know what I mean? We've got enough challenges. You don't want to be setting yourself up for a fall. Around every bloody corner that you peek around is a competitor who is triggering you. So again, if you're feeling fear by the competition, if you're feeling I'm too late, I'm left behind, I'm not doing it as well as her, I'm not doing it as fast as her, unfollow that person. You don't want to be triggered by anybody. You haven't got time to waste on these useless emotions of being triggered by people when it's in your control to make the decision not to be. This stuff, yeah, we can deal with this stuff. This is not in our control, but this stuff is, right? Take the control back. So competition, you know, unfollow. I follow and I'm connected with a lot of people who are in the same industry as me, who I love. They inspire and motivate me. I get loads of ideas from what they're doing. I get along with them really well. So I do follow and I'm very, very connected with a lot of my competition. But there are people who trigger me, and so I have just completely unfollowed them. And so Geraldine saying, I think it's all about building small, intimate support teams, yes, that make us feel happy and worthy. Exactly, that's what it should all be about. You should surround yourself by, as Emma O'Brien just said in the self-sabotage one, is it those mirrors? I can't remember exactly what the term was. I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, we need to surround ourselves by people who reflect back at us how great we are, what a good job we're doing, lift us up and make us feel good. So anyone who's not, it's in your power to move away. In terms of visibility, I was just having a chat with a client earlier today actually about this. A lot of us are feeling shaky right now, okay? A lot of us are like, you know, there's a lot of shit going down, you know? So a lot of us are feeling like, yeah, shaky, like unsure of ourselves, unsure of our message, like having to really revisit stuff, revisit what we're building, who we want to serve, how we want to serve them. There's a lot of shifting going on in the world and with us as coaches, I feel. And that can make it feel quite counterintuitive to be visible, to show up online. But what I would say is the more visible you are right now in verbalizing the struggles you're having, how you're dealing with things, and even sometimes if you just go live and just like brain dump how you're feeling and how you're coping and what you're thinking about, and you know, if you're thinking about creating a program to help your clients do a certain something that might be in relation to what's happening in the world right now, don't wait and plan the whole thing out, and don't be visible and hide and create. Go out there, be visible, say, guys, There's a lot of stuff happening right now, and I'm really, really feeling called to do this, to create this. This is kind of what I'm thinking. You know, bring your community in behind the scenes. Let them know your motivations, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your mission, your purpose, on why you're doing all of this. Because if you do that, when you actually create and launch that thing, the sell is done, guys. There's much less need for you to actually try and get your community on side because they feel like they've been part of it. So even now, when that fear is pressing down on you and your mind is feeling a bit scrambled and you're not quite sure what you want to say, just go live and say it anyway. Just get it out there, get your community on board, get people engaged with what you're thinking about. Honestly, you will see such huge results. So visibility is something you should definitely be doing right now. You should definitely be getting visible. And then when it comes to business and marketing, this is something that I see a lot of coaches really, really hiding in fear from right now. And I think that those big gurus do have something to do with it, because I think the big gurus make you believe, I've got a 20-year marketing career, by the way, and those big gurus make me believe there's stuff that I'm not doing right, or there's stuff that I don't know, or there's a big secret that I'm just missing out on. If it impacts me like that, like, I can just imagine what it's doing to you. So when it comes to business and marketing, fundamentally, there are some simple things that you can be doing to move your business forward. And all I would say is keep it really simple, do the basic stuff, and once stuff starts to work, just keep going. As long as you're consistent and as long as your business and marketing strategies are addressing where your clients are right now. So if your clients are on Pivot, Adjust and Life Raft, you know, your messaging and your marketing and the stuff you're offering should speak to that. And if your clients are on the Rebuild, Recover and Build their yacht stage, which I bloody love, I want to build my yacht, don't know about you, you know, your business and marketing strategy should talk to that. What I would say with your business and marketing is keep it simple. Be real with your community. Bring them along with your journey. You know, as coaches, it's one of the most powerful things you can do is allow your community to be part of what you're creating. So don't let a fear of business and marketing hold you back. Don't let a fear of technology hold you back. Keep it simple. Work within the parameters that you currently have. Or if you've recognized that that is really a weakness for you in your business, then add someone to your team. Plug in someone like me who this stuff is my bread and butter. It's not yours, it's my bread and butter. You know, you don't have to do all this stuff alone. And that's actually another big thing, I think, in terms of this fear. When it comes to you and me, we feel very isolated and very alone and like not really knowing where to turn or who to trust. You know, because there's so much shit going on out there. There are so many charlatans. There are so many people scrabbling around fighting to take on money from us, somehow it feels like that. You've got to find the people that you trust and work with them. Plug the gaps of wherever it is you're feeling like you need some extra support. So that's really what I wanted to come on and say in terms of this fear in the coaching community right now. That's a mess. I'm going to get better at this, I promise. I'd love to know your thoughts on that, if that's resonated with you, if any of it has struck a chord, what actions you might be going to take to control some of these external forces, fear forces that are within your gift to control. Like, what are you going to be doing to free yourself of these and show up as the powerful coach that you are, because you do not have time to waste. You are here, you are being called as a coach, and you owe it to yourself and all the people that you're here to help to move past this stuff and to shine your light and coach and help people like you should be doing. So I hope you found that helpful. I will get better at this. I know that's a mess. Let me know if you've enjoyed this session, what you think about it, what you've picked up from it, and there's going to be a lot more lives on this page, so look out for those. They're all in the events section. I keep that updated. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed that today. Move away from the fear. You know, your clients need you. Hope you've enjoyed that today, guys, and I will see you later. Bye.